Welcome to Wrestling Talk. I'm Mario Castro. This is Lou Jenkins. We are here today to talk about Bad Blood. But first of all, we'd like to thank the 9,000 subscribers that already subscribed to the YouTube channel. We appreciate your support so much. Please leave us your comments. Don't forget to share the episode as well. Follow our fitness journey on Instagram. He is at Defin_level71. I am at Mario Eats for Games. And before we get into Bad Blood, Lou, I just want to touch on the 25 years of SmackDown returning to the USA Network. My favorite moments was, and it's also a multi-year deal, as I understood. My favorite moments was probably when Brock Lesnar had suplexed the Big Show and then the ring collapsed. You remember that?
Yeah, it was all right.
It was alright.
Was it?
I also like the SmackDown theme, Rised Up by Drowning Pool. I thought it was a pretty cool theme.
That's
My
not bad.
favorite GM of all time has to be Teddy Long.
Yeah.
I love it when he goes up to a talent and lets them know that they are facing The Undertaker. That is my favorite. That is so cool right there.
That's player. Okay, player.
So I'm not going to touch on this too much, but the highlight of that episode was the return of our tribal chief Roman Reigns, which
Yep.
felt a little bit different because there was no Paul Heyman. He came out to new music, and there's no Jimmy Uso. But we'll get into that a little bit more later on.
Oh, yeah. But, sir, before we start off everything like this and that, we got mail.
Oh, well, let's get to it.
We got mail. We got 3 mails here. Can you believe it?
Wow, that's awesome.
Oh, this is gonna be good, especially for you. I mean, it's basically all about you and whatever. All right, let's get to the first one, my man. It came from your number one fan from India. He says, Lou, since you butchered my name, I will now be known as S-Man Live.
That's
My question is not for you, it's for Mario. I remember on the episode last month that you talked about your favorite WrestleMania match. I think you said you was talking about with your brother, Hogan versus Warrior. Do you think it was the right call that Hogan put the Ultimate Warrior over, and was he a good champion? S-Man from India.
Was Warrior a good champion?
Mm-hmm. Do you think it was a good call for Hogan to put him over and give him the belt?
I think it was a good call for Hogan to put him over. Do I think that Warrior was the best champion? No. No. He only held the title for about maybe less than a year. And during that time, we had the whole Prison Golf War going on.
Yeah.
And had something set up with Sergeant Slaughter and Hogan, where Hogan was supposed to become the champion again. So that tells you everything about what you need to know about the business during that time. I thought that Warrior had a good run with Rick Rude in that steel cage match.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that I remember during his championship.
Yeah. Well, he didn't ask my opinion, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Well, what is your opinion? What do you think about it?
It was something that Vinny needed. I mean, Hogan was getting old. He was a champion for a long time, and back in those days, you had to be champion for the longest. The Ultimate Warrior. He was exciting and all like that, but the controversy with him, man, he was on steroids and all that stuff like that, which they didn't go over in the McMahon thing, I think. But anyway, no, I think he was okay. It was all right. He was all right champion. I forgot what they did with the Intercontinental when he gave it up.
I think they vacated the title. I don't remember exactly how Mr. Perfect became the champion,
Huh?
but all of a sudden, he was the new IC champion and held the championship until I want to say SummerSlam.
Who he loses to?
I want to say it was the Texas Tornado.
Kerry? Kerry Von Erich? Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. He was Kerry. Yeah, it was Kerry.
It was, yeah.
All right. All right. Next question, sir, from the mailbag. This is from Jake from St. Paul, Minnesota.
How you doing, Jake?
He says, Mario, I heard you mention 3 times about Jake Cargill should train with Norman Smiley. Why?
Okay, I remember saying this back in one of our early episodes. Norman Smiley helped develop a lot of talent through the performance centers, which then went to NXT, which then made it to the main roster, such as Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, um, a lot of the female superstars, Bayley, Nia Jax. That's why. He developed some big name talents. And Norman Smiley may have not been as big of his talent back during his WCW days, but the man can work. If you go back to one of his matches back in WCW, I love his performance. I love the way he entertains the crowd. I love his dance moves. I can't remember. I had to go back and remember his old theme music, but to me, he was awesome.
Okay. All right, Jake. There you go. You got your question. Last one. Uh, this is to me.
Oh,
Mary Kay from Oklahoma. Okay, Mary. She says, Lou, I love your opinions on wrestling. I think you and Mario have excellent chemistry. But can you not curse as much? It takes away from the show. Maybe you can do 10 curse words or less. Much love, Mary. Okay, Mary. Okay.
that sounds like a challenge right there.
All right, Mary. Okay, Mary. For this episode right here, I'm going to try and do 10 or less. Okay, I'm gonna do this for you, Mary. Why do I curse? Because I get upset because my co-host here gets me upset because his favoritism to his Uncle Paul. so so what I'm going to do for you, I'm going to try not to curse as much. Can't make no promises, but I'm going to try. Okay. Last one from the comments. My man gave a comment, bum block 20 CK26. Yes, we will definitely keep on talking about, keep you updated on Bianca being held back with Jade. Because as you know, I think Mario knows too, they went down to NXT and they're hyping up I forgot her name. She's a North American champion down there. They're going to do a 6-woman tag match or whatever, which I'm glad that they're giving back because that's how everybody else gave back when Charlotte and Bailey and Sasha went down there. So I heard the girl's pretty good, but I still think Jay sucks. You know, didn't curse. I think she sucks. That's not a curse word, Mary. So
Not at all.
so that's it for this, sir. So you go ahead. I just had to read that mail. We got mail. I was happy about that, especially you got the majority of it. So it is
Thank
what
you,
they
everyone.
want.
Thank you for that.
Especially your S man. That's 2 times in a row. Okay, S man. I got you. All right. Go ahead, sir.
All right, so this is the 27th anniversary of Hell in a Cell. The concept that began that began at Bad Blood during the Attitude Era in 1997. Um, you have moments like The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, the first Hell in a Cell match, and it was the debut of Kane. You
Oh,
also have the death of Brian Pillman, who was scheduled to face Dude Love on that pay-per-view.
really? I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There was a big old hassle about it too.
Huh. Okay. I forgot about that. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
The last Bad Blood pay-per-view happened in 2004, which was 20 years ago to the date.
Damn. Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Which brings us to this Bad Blood. We're at Atlanta, Georgia. At Atlanta, Georgia, the State Farm Arena. Our first match: CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. Hell in a Cell, which lasted 31 minutes and 25 seconds. So I'm going to have to go first on this and grieve out my frustrations on this. So you had two gentlemen, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, that's been feuding since the Royal Rumble. That was 10 months ago. And of course, you expected a brutal showdown in the Hell in a Cell. And this is what gets me frustrated so much. They build this storyline where Drew McIntyre was marking CM Punk because of his injury. He had that torn tricep. Couldn't wrestle, play that into a storyline. Okay, fine. Things happen. Then you get into WrestleMania 40, where Drew McIntyre won the World Heavyweight Championship, but then got distracted by CM Punk, which led Damian Priest to cash in his Money in the Bank. And this is where it gets little bit, what am I saying? This is where I actually got pissed off. Then you had the Money in the Bank. Yeah, you remember that show?
Oh, I remember.
Then you had Money in the Bank where McIntyre won the ladder match, tempted to cash in his Money in the Bank contract. Punk interfered, costing him the title opportunity. A waste of a pay-per-view, waste of a match, waste of an opportunity.
Mhm.
Then you got SummerSlam, where McIntyre defeated CM Punk with Seth Rollins as a guest referee.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see the bracelet jewelry come into play. Oh yeah, we're going to get into this. So now McIntyre has won over CM Punk. Whoop-de-doo. Bash at Berlin. I am tired of seeing that stupid bracelet. There is no reason for two grown men to be fighting over jewelry. Now, Lou, you heard exactly what I said off air. I can't say it now because I promised someone that I wouldn't be so disrespectful. She watches the show,
Okay.
by the way.
Okay.
So, Punk reclaimed his stolen jewelry bracelet in the strap match. So now you had them tied one apiece, which led to Bad Blood.
Here it comes.
I thought overall it was a great barbaric match for what it needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Both talent was bleeding. You had you had Drew McIntyre ram Punk's face into the cage,
Mm-hmm.
and then you had Punk uses his GTS wrapped around his knee on Drew McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot. Punk also used a toolbox to hit Drew McIntyre on the head, which led Drew McIntyre to bleed profusely. That's how barbaric this match was. I thought the creator finish was fitting for their violent theme to end their rivalry. I also thought that it protected McIntyre in a way that he didn't have to lose without taking a clean defeat. I love the match. It was pushing each other. They were pushing each other to their limits. The spots was on point. It really was. Each spots that they created was very on point. It was perfect. Sir, your turn.
All right. Mary, I'm gonna do my best on this. Um, what happened to the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view? What happened to that? Again, I'm gonna talk about this again. What did we talk about last month? The stories going into Bad Blood. You predicted this Hell in a Cell match, which was on point. Okay. Was it a good match? Yes. Was it a good call for the ending? No. Um, this rivalry, Mary, I'm sorry, is bullshit.
What?
Yes, it's bullshit. I think it was a waste. I think it's a waste. I think CM does not have it anymore. I think he should have never came back, but he did. I like Drew as a heel. I think you're not. I hope this story is done. I wish it was done last time with the little stupid bracelet. I agree with you on that. That's a waste. I'm sorry. Drew of a jury? Okay, jury. I think it's a waste. I get the sentimental crap and all this stuff or whatever. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of a match. It was a waste of a Hell in a Cell. Even though it was, good shots. I did like the bring the blood back. That it was okay. I, I, I just don't like it. I don't. I don't like the match. I think it was is a waste. I think Drew should be used somewhere else. I hope this is over with. CM Punk going after the world title in the future, it's a joke. Okay. But I'm gonna end it on this one. Again, I'm going to talk about this throughout the show. Uncle Paul is doing the same thing as his daddy. They're not creating enough young stars to take over. They're not. This match maybe should have been had, maybe not. It was a good match, but it sucked. I just don't, you know, that's why I'm not saying that too much about it. You explained it well. You liked the match. I thought it was, I don't know if this counts or not, BS. So that's it.
So I thought the match should have happened at SummerSlam.
It's never happened at all.
This match, this Hell in a Cell match should have happened at SummerSlam. Now, as to why they brought back the Bad Blood pay-per-view, I don't know.
Because it's Atlanta. It was a superstar event. You've seen all the superstars there and
Then,
all
then why
the
then why not rename the pay-per-view to like Starcade or something different?
oh nah man, they do Starcade for NXT, don't they? Or some shit.
But if the show is based off Atlanta, you want to have something that ties to WCW.
This is your Uncle Paul, man. It's your Uncle Paul. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. It was a waste to me. I was bored with it. I was bored watching it. Okay, whoop-de-doo, you bring the blood back. It's not a good enough rivalry, to me. It's way past its prime. If this was 5 years ago and Punk was there and Drew was there, maybe like 3, 4 years ago, you know, even though it was a brutal match, I thought Drew's best Hell in a Cell was against Randy when nobody was there. That's what I thought.
Forgot about that.
That was a better match. So now Drew is what 0-3 in Hell in a Cell now. He lost. He lost to Bobby. He lost to Randy. And now he lost to CM Punk. How many losses is Drew going to keep on having? How many losses? How many times? Why do you keep on having heels take all these L's? Because first of all, you don't got enough heels. Put Drew in another story. I'm tired of what they're doing with Drew. I want to see Drew do something. With the CM thing, man, have him go against a younger talent to bring that person up. That's why I've been complaining about your Uncle Paul. He reminds me of Vinny. Vinny did the same thing. You're not bringing up younger talent. This match is a waste of time. Done. I didn't
Uh,
curse, Mary.
you did a good job.
Yeah.
I,
I
I,
can't
I
promise the next one
am,
though, but you know what I
I,
mean. But you know,
I am done talking about these two. So let's move on to our next match, the WWE Women's Championship,
bring it.
Nia Jax versus Bayley. Sir, I got a feeling that you want to go first. I see the excitement on you. Take it away.
I love Nia's run. This is her best run she's had. Way best run. Uh, and I told you this off air. They should have gave this title shot to Naomi. Why they give it to Bayley again? It was a waste. Waste of time. Now you got this tension with Tiffy time and her bullying Tiffy and false cash-ins and all this stuff. You know, I get it. I know where it's leading to, and we'll talk about that later. I thought the match was the same as before. It was okay. It was a B match. It was just a repeat of when she took the title. A repeat. Then you want to have Bayley beat Naomi, and you talk about let's talk about opportunity, right? Your uncle gives opportunity. Okay, he gives opportunities. You know, he wants to be fair and all this crap, right? What he calls what's best for business, right? That's what which I wonder whose line he stole that from. Okay, what's best for business? Why don't you give it to Naomi that opportunity? She hasn't held a title, even had a title shot in years. But you keep on giving it to Bayley, which now they have nothing for her. Nia's on a different run. It's the same match that you did last month. And you could do this shit on live events. You could do it on live events. Nia needs something good, something better. The Tiffy time, you know, it's only a matter of time for my girl gets a title. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. If they do it the way I want them to do it, it will be a better story. That's it,
I
sir.
I I was for sure that Tiffany Stratton was gonna cash in.
Yeah.
They've been taunting that for weeks. They taunted more even at the pay per view. Well, PLE, I'm an old school guy. I prefer pay per view.
Yeah, I know.
It's like the WWE is building more tension between her and Nia Jax.
No,
I
it's not
thought the match.
WWE. It's your Uncle Paul. That's who it is.
Well, you might agree. Well, you may or may not agree with this. I'm not sure. I thought the match was a bit boring, bit of a letdown. Um, it felt more like a wasted opportunity on the card. I would have
Yep.
loved to see Uncle Howdy versus Chad Gable, but fortunately, we didn't get to see that. At
Nope.
some point, we are going to have to talk about Uncle Howdy on our show.
Mm-hmm.
But today may not be the day, so we'll hold off on that for a bit. I thought that WWE missed the chance for a huge moment
Mm-hmm.
with Tiffany Stratton. I really do. I really do. They missed a huge moment and an opportunity to receive that big pop from her.
So I have a question for you. Remember when they was in the VIP box up there, with all the stars and all the who was in there? Jade,
Mhm.
Bianca, and Naomi, right?
Yeah.
So they're enjoying the whole atmosphere, whatever. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to ask your opinion. Why doesn't they give Naomi a title shot, more opportunities? Why do you think they hold her back? That's another one they hold it back. Because it looks like she's the part-time babysitter for Jade. Because now I'm going back to the babysitting for Jade now. No. So explain to me why your Uncle Paul wants to have not one babysitter, but now he has two babysitters for Jade.
I can't answer that.
See? You can't answer it, ladies and gentlemen. You can't. You can't. I think it's dumb. Uh, Naya is on another level now. What I wish they would do with her, which they won't do, is let her have a kind of a Roman run
Hmm.
and give her a new sidekick and take Tiffy time off to, which I'll discuss later on, to another brand, and we talking about Raw.
Hmm.
She
Who
needs her run. Naya's good.
who would be best fit to be Naya's sidekick?
I think she needs two of them. I think they should bring up. You talking about you want to give opportunities? Bring
Yep.
up two NXT girls. Bring them up together and let her kind of piggyback and copy what they did with Roman and the Usos and stuff like that, right? But for the women's division, okay? Since your Uncle Paul wants to copy every damn thing from his daddy, why not just keep on doing it over and over again, right? It will make better sense if you was going to build up that division, because I've been saying this for a long time. They're not doing enough for the women's division. I'm a huge advocate for the women's division. I think it's not, they don't book enough matches for it. They're basically using them as, I don't know, 5-10 minute matches here and there. I mean, it's so much crap that goes on with your Uncle Paul, his little timelines and his little opportunities. But if you want to give opportunities, bring up the two NXT girls. Bring up two of them. Go after the tag team titles. Take it away from Jade and Bianca, which they shouldn't have them in the first place. But that's just me. I'm sorry, sir. And Tiffy Time will get her view. I will tell you what you should do with Tiffy Time later on.
I actually like that idea.
Yes.
Hmm.
See, I didn't curse, Mary.
Our next match, Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. Oh man, I get a feeling that what you're gonna say, but I thought this match was only put on the card to show Priest's solo dominance. Uh, J- Carlito and JD McDonough, I think, helped solidified Balor's loss and pushed Priest into a different status. All I see in this match is WWE's developing Priest to continue to still be on his own, to still build momentum. Many expected, myself included, expected Finn Balor to win this match. Of course, that did not happen. What opportunities I can see that WWE would have for Priest, I don't know. I really don't. But
Mm.
one thing that was mentioned on Bad Blood, that Damian Priest never got his rematch against Gunther. So could it be possible somewhere in the future that Damian Priest gets a rematch? And what will happen? That's what I want to know.
Sir, was it a good physical match? Yes. Damian Priest is probably the most fucking overrated wrestler they have.
Oh,
He's overrated. You want to give him a push for what? Why do you want to give him a push? You know how I felt about the world title. They should never gave him to him in the first place. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, they did, because it was an opportunity for what he did. He worked hard. Uncle Paul was like, here you go. Let me give you a snack, like it's like playtime. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he got a little snack for you. You know, Uncle Paul gave it to him. You know, he was a fraud champion. He sucks. Finn is what they're doing with the Judgment Day. We've already said this. It should be gone. I'm done with it. I'm done. I'm done with it. Or put it to a different avenue. Again, you know, Damien even said in the press conference, he says he's not done. He might not be done with Judgment Day, right? So, him not getting another title shot, great. He does get a title shot. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm doing my best to get through this pay-per-view shit. It was the worst, dude. It really was a bad pay-per-view, PLE event. It didn't make no sense. This match right here, and I complained about this match, right? If you wanted to do a Hell in a Cell, this was the one you want to do a Hell in a Cell for. This match. Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. Okay? They both screwed each other with the world title. Or Universal title, or world title, what the hell it was. They both screwed each other. You gave them a regular match, and all the time you got big head JD coming in. Carlito, which is I don't know, he's another waste. Him and the damn apple get some of my damn nerves and shit. So this is the Hell in a Cell you want. This one, let them beat the crap out you. This is what they need. They need these two to go at, right? No, you gave them a regular match. So Finn lost again. Again, he lost again. So that's another person losing. First, you got Drew losing, taking losses. Now you got Finn taking losses. For who? For CM Punk and Damian Priest? You know, there's agents, right? For each match, right?
Yep.
Okay. Who are the morons putting these together? I mean, like, who are these? I am doing my best to hold it together for this shit. Okay. You know, I don't understand who's putting this together. And I understand the long-term story builder. Okay, long-term. Wow. Great. Where's the story? Okay. You needed a finale, right? So, do you want to see these two go at it again?
No.
Okay. Bet you they will.
You know what? During that match, I noticed that Finn Balor came out to the Demon King music, the demon music. The only way that I would want to see this match again is if Finn Balor came out as the Demon King.
I don't want to see Demon again.
Why not?
I don't want to see Demon again. I just, you know, not for Damien. Not for him. You know, dude,
Well, it looks like Damian Priest is out of the picture since they're talking about his future run with possibly Gunther. So I see that down the future for Damian Priest. But for Finn Balor and the Judgment Day, what is there left for them to do at this point?
where,
Nothing.
where
Like
are
you said, nothing.
where's the long-term storylines? Where are they? I don't see anything. This match should have been a Hell in a Cell. I think this could have been a better match. It was Hell in a Cell. Ended. You still got not Phil. Finn and big ass head JD. Because he does have a big head. He does, dude. I actually see him in person. It's huge, bro. Huge. He has a huge head. They got the tag titles. I don't know what you're gonna do with that storyline. I'm looking for storylines. Okay? I remember you personally. said your uncle was the best. He's the master of long-term storylines. So where are the storylines for this? Explain this to me.
At this point, I don't even know what his
You can't.
mind
Oh my God.
mindset is with this.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Overall, it was just,
Waste of time.
Damian won. Whoop-de-doo. The first three matches, bro, I was bored senseless. Bored.
I love the first one. I thought it was a good ending to their rivalry. The second two, I did not care for that much. It was about maybe 13 or 14 minutes too long.
How long did it last, this match?
Which one?
Damian and Vin.
13 minutes and 15 seconds,
So they just beat the hell out of each other 13 minutes.
pretty much.
Hey,
So,
wait a minute. We both picked Finn, right?
so let's recap real quick. The first match, we both predicted CM Punk would win.
Yep.
The second match, we both predicted Nia Jax would win.
Yep.
We also thought that Tiffy Town would cash in her Money in the Bank. That did not happen.
Nope.
And then we both predicted Finn Balor would win, but that did not happen either.
All right. Go on, sir. 'Cause I want you to talk about, please, I hope you talk about, please talk about it. Go ahead.
Talk about what?
Crown Jewel, please.
What the
Please. Please talk about Crown Jewel. Please. Please. I beg you. Please.
So, Triple H had this historic announcement for Crown Jewel. I think you're going to love me after what I had to say about this. But I'm going to let you go first. It was the WWE Crown Jewel Championship.
All right, listen, I'll make this quick because you know how I feel about Crown Jewel. It's a waste. It's money for that market. It's about that market. The when I saw the blanket or whatever on the title, right? I'm thinking to myself when he said, what was the words he said? History making event, right?
Yep.
I'm thinking finally they're gonna introduce a new women's title, right?
I thought that too.
So I'm saying to myself, all right, because there's rumors about the Intercontinental and US for women, right?
Yep.
Okay, but no, you want to come up with this fucking bullshit. The Crown Jewel Championship, which is going to be an annual thing, which is the ugliest belt ever. It's ugly as hell. And you got champion versus champion on the men and women's side, which you're taking away from Survivor Series. So then Gunther comes out. Okay. He gives a night. You know what? I gotta give my man, he gives some good promos. I love it. He does strike nerves with people, bro. I like what he
Oh,
does.
that got personal. That got real personal.
Oh, he's a personal dude. I love that. I like him getting personal. Uh, Triple H is there and blah blah blah, and then you got Sammy. Oh God, I am so sick of Sammy, dude. God, I'm done with it. I'm done with Sammy. Because I'll tell you right now, I know they're gonna fight each other on Monday. You better not. He better not do that shit with Sammy. I don't give a shit what he deserves. I don't care what he deserves. Sammy don't deserve nothing. He sucks. He's terrible. He was better with the bloodline. Honestly, as a little his little comedic heel, the comedic stuff he does, solid. That's Sammy. Sammy's not world champion. I don't want to hear about he deserves a shot and all this shit, whatever it is. Then you got a possible one more match with Goldberg. Now, will I to see that, even though he just came off of AEW TV, right? Uh, um,
I didn't think you were going to mention that.
you know, but it's good for business, right? It's good for business. Does Goldberg have one more match? Now, I'm gonna end on this one. The Crown Jewel Championship is a joke. It makes now. I'm, you know, like I said, you know how I feel about Crown. I'm trying to be respectful as much as I can. I don't like the pay-per-view or PLE event or whatever. No,
I think your
pay-per-view.
exact words is that it was a fraud of a pay-per-view.
Yes, it is no good. But you go ahead, sir, because I I don't understand this. I don't understand why you would not give the women their due. Maybe you'll do it for some Survivor Series or something. I just don't understand why you won't give the women their due, because I'm gonna say this one last thing. When you watch women's matches or certain women's matches, they go hard. They're putting everything in because the women wrestlers have to work 10 times as harder to get the crowd reaction. And please let my girl Charlotte come back soon because she's healthy. She's clear. You have not brought her back yet. Bring her back. But go ahead, sir. It's just
Well,
fraud.
well, I thought you were real nice on this, considering the handful of curse words you just said.
Yes, I'm trying. I'm
I
trying.
thought you were very nice. Now, I'm just gonna say what I feel. I thought this championship was just a blood money championship, a
Ooh,
sponsor championship,
true.
an oil money championship,
Mm-hmm.
and all of this was because Daddy had this great idea of signing a contract with Saudi Arabia, which is a multi-10-year deal
Mm-hmm.
that only lasts until 2027.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to deal with this for about 2 to 3 more years.
Yep.
I think this sucks. It is not historic. I expected a women's Intercontinental Championship, a women's United States Championship.
Yep.
That's what I want to see.
Well,
Get
you
the
get the
women.
Crown Jewel Championship for women, though. You're getting that.
Yeah, no one gives a shit about that.
Oh, you're getting Nia versus Liv. I kind of spoiled it, but whatever. But you know what I mean? But you're getting Cody versus Gunther, right?
Those are championship matches, champion versus champion that you expect to see at Survivor Series, not at Crown Jewel. I said this before. If I was the booker for Survivor Series, I would have one War Games match. Everything else, champion versus champion. Raw versus SmackDown. That's what I would have.
I guess you're not going to see it now.
Yeah, thanks for bursting my bubble right there. I was really looking forward to that. Let's move on. I am tired of talking about Crown Jewel right now. I think we're going to talk more about it next month.
All right.
Uh,
No, you going
the-
to talk about it. You got it.
you did this on purpose, didn't you? You knew this was coming, didn't you?
I don't want Crown Jewel. I think it's dumb.
Our next match, the WWE Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley with Dirty Dom suspended above the ring in a shark cage.
I like that one.
You do?
That was funny. It was funny. It was funny.
So the finish of this match was a DQ. I thought it helped protect Ripley from a clean loss. It it also advanced Raquel Rodriguez return storyline because you got to give her something. I possibly see Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez face off in the future. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how that would look like. Um, Overall, the match was okay. The match itself was okay. There were some real cool moments, some nice spots on the match where Dirty Dom falls off the cage, and then you see him hanging by a chain with it to his leg.
Mm-hmm.
I love the candlestick being used.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, and I read this comment online. I know Uncle Paul Levesque had to see this comment because it made Dirty Dom look like a human pinata. That's
Yeah,
basically
it
what it was.
was.
That's
Yeah, it
basically
was
what it was. I thought that was awesome.
with no candy.
That was the most awesome part of that match and that
Mm-hmm.
storyline. I thought it adds to it. It felt a little bit dragged in moments here and there, boring at times, but I thought it was overall it was pretty good.
Well, I'm going to surprise you with this one. I won't give. I don't know if he okayed this, but I see where they're going with this, and I actually like it.
What?
I actually like it. I see where they're trying to go. I think I would like it to go here. Bringing Raquel back, which none of us saw coming, which I think that was a good move. So I'm thinking outside the box that putting Liv and Dom together was getting a little stale. So you're gonna add pieces, right?
Mhm.
Now you got Raquel. They'll probably be real friends in the ring, out the ring, whatever. So maybe you're putting together a new group that's facing out the other group. Rhea, sooner or later they had to separate Rhea. So now I think they're separating Rhea out. I thought they was gonna give it to Rhea, right? After they did the whole announcement for the Crown Royal crap, I thought, okay, they're gonna put Rhea over. So it's Rhea versus Nia. That's what I thought. I thought that would probably have been a better one, but I guess not. So as of now, it's Liv versus Nia at Crown Jewel. But I think they're separating Rhea finally because she needs to go off on her own. Because Damon even said it in the press conference afterwards that he wishes Rhea good luck, but they got to do their own thing. So they already gave that spoiler right there. They're separated. That Tower Twin crap they was fucking doing is over. Thank goodness. It's good, done. So now you got Damien going off what the fuck he's doing. He's a fraud anyway. But now you get to see Rhea do something. Now is that long-term story building? I'll give it to you. Maybe Uncle Paul did something good for once. Good job, Uncle Paul. Good fucking job. Good job. You did a good job on that. Good job. Because I've been complaining for a longest time. You need to start separating, getting ready for Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, all this crap, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Liv, let her have her run as champion. But I'm going to say this one now. I've said this to you before. I still believe they need to have Tiffy Time cash in on her. If you want to make this good, now think about it. They got to face each other at Crown Jewel, right? You got Raquel there, go probably be in her corner. Dom's gonna be there. You got Nia and Tiffy. Now Tiffy, if they go at it, she got two belts right there. Even though they're going for that little ugly crown jewel belt, she can cash in over there. But I would like to see Tiffany cash in on Liv and get that title. But I know that's not going to happen because Uncle Paul, he's not that smart to do some shit like that. So, but I see where they're going. They're separating people, and you're right. Rhea versus Raquel. They tried it before, but now I think they're going to do it differently. And again, I want my girl Charlotte to come back. I want them to separate Bianca and Jade, which I can't wait for that one to happen. I don't know when that's coming around because you got to start separating everybody. You got to get ready for WrestleMania. You got to start planting the seeds. Because I want to see Rhea versus Bianca, and I want to see Tiffany Town versus Charlotte. I want Tiffany Town to win the belt and Charlotte to take it. That's what I want to see. I want to see Bianca and Rhea go at it and tear it up. Tear it down. That's what I want to see. So start building that storyline. Liv, Dom, Raquel, I kind of like this. I don't know how you're going to book it, but I like it. So I'll give him thumbs up.
Wow. I think that was a first.
Yep. Thumbs up, Uncle. Thumbs up. I like it.
Well, I've been full of excitement with this last match. I'm very interested to. Oh, well, that just told me everything right there. We'll try to be nice here on this show. Our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, partner up with blank blank Cody Rhodes to versus the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. You don't like it. You thought it was horrible. I thought that Reigns pinning Solo asserted his dominance. It adds new layers to the family drama when Jimmy had returned.
I love that. I love that.
That was a huge pop. I expected Jimmy to return on SmackDown, but I think the right call was made to have Jimmy return at Bad Blood. Bringing The Rock back into the mix also adds a big surprise. Of course, many of us who's been reading the online comments about The Rock's return knew that this was going to happen. You predicted that, Lou. Good job. I also see a future storyline for Roman Reigns and The Rock. Maybe not next year's WrestleMania, but maybe 42.
I disagree.
No?
Nope.
Well, here's the thing that's that's making me question what's going to happen with Cody Rhodes, because I will agree with you that the belt needs to finally come off him at some point at the future. It needs to go back to Roman Reigns. He is money for the company. He keeps the fan hooked on what's going to happen next. It helps keeps the rivalry within the bloodline still building towards bigger matches, I think. Because then you can see Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu. You can see Jimmy Uso versus Solo Sikoa. And at some point down the line, Jey Uso is going to be in the mix in all this with his IC title. I thought the match was epic. Its intensity storytelling. The surprises was on point. I loved this match. I loved every minute of it. Sir, you may agree with me or may not agree with me, but you had to agree that the surprises was epic.
First and foremost, Fuck Cody. The worst champion ever. I'm going to tell you how it's going to go with them because I know this is going to happen. I see it coming. You're right. Jimmy coming back was good. Everybody knew The Rock was coming back. I knew he was coming back sooner or later. Okay? They did a whole tease with it. He talked to Cody's ear, this and that. I'm gonna give you a spoiler. I'm gonna give you a prediction. Okay? How this is gonna play out at WrestleMania. I don't know how it's gonna play out from Survivor Series on, but at WrestleMania, I think it's going to be a triple threat. I think it's going to be Roman versus Cody versus The Rock. And this is going to surprise you. I don't think Roman ever gets the title back. I don't think he does. I don't think he's gonna get that. I don't think he's gonna get that title back. I don't. I believe that they this is not gonna be a quick fix storyline. This is setting up for another storyline because they're promoting the hell out of SummerSlams to there, which is gonna be in Jersey. Then they're going to the next WrestleMania. Since you mentioned 42. I think that they're building a storyline going to the following WrestleMania. This is another 2-3 year story with these guys. I don't think Roman's gonna get that belt back. Actually, tell you the truth, I think your Uncle Paul is gonna keep the belt on Cody, which I think is a fucking mistake because he's terrible. But he's good for business. He's good for business for promotion and all this crap and all this stuff with Crown Jewel and all this other crap. He's a statesman, right? That's what I think is going to happen. This is a setup with the Roman and Cody and Jimmy saying, all right, well, you got to stay true to the tribal chief and all this stuff like that. I'm confused how they're going to put the Solo and Jacob together. Jay has his own little run with the IC title. Great. Now Jimmy's back. I'm confused what they're going to do with this for Survivor Series. Everybody thinks it's going to be this War Games in Survivor Series. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be a War Games in Survivor Series. I don't. How are they going to do this? I don't know. I don't see The Rock doing it. But who knows? They might surprise us with it. But I do see a triple threat at WrestleMania. I do.
At
And I don't think.
Survivor Series, and you may not like this, and I'm still trying to understand this myself.
Yep.
I see all 4 members of the Bloodline, which includes Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and that other guy who, whatever his name is, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Cody Rhodes. This was not be the match that I would want to see at a War Games, because I don't want Cody Rhodes in this match. There's
Oh,
no
don't be surprised if it is.
need to have Cody Rhodes involved in this family drama.
He'll be there.
You could bring back Sami Zayn. You could bring him back.
Don't forget about Randy and Kevin. Don't forget about them.
See, that's just the thing that trips me out. They have Cody Rhodes involved in this Bloodline story, but yet Randy hasn't turned heel.
Nope.
Kevin Owens hasn't turned heel. And I think, because they're showing a lot of legends during this pay-per-view, and one faction that comes to mind is the 4 Horsemen. Why not have Cody Rhodes make up his own faction with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens since they've been promoting the hell out of them for the majority of the year working together
Hmm.
and separate their storyline from the bloodline. Let the bloodline have their own deal, their own drama, and then you can have a different faction.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're going at. I do.
Because it's similar to the NWO Black and White versus NWO Wolfpack versus NWO Latino Order, whatever, however names
Yeah.
they want to call it, and just have those factions battle that out.
Well, you said that you see Cody going heel. And sadly, I think I might have to agree with you. I think it's going that way. I think he's going to go heel. I'm going to have to agree with you. I think he's going to go heel in the future. Does it make sense to him to have his own faction? Yeah. Um, I don't know where it's going, but I do. I know Rock, Roman, and Cody will be in that main event at WrestleMania. That's the only
That
way
I agree.
you can do that. Now, who turns heel from there? I don't know, but you still got the Royal Rumble coming up. I'm still pissed off because you mentioned it earlier. The briefcase, Money in the Bank, you blew the opportunity, so I guess they want to throw that shit out the window. They don't care about that shit. Now you work now. So what happened? Let me ask you this right here. What happens next year? Because this is long-term story building, right? Do you have Money in the Bank and do you let that person keep it for next year? And who?
I would not like to see another Money in the Bank PLE or pay per view or whatever you want to call it. Scratch that name out. If you're gonna have that match for men's and women's,
Wow.
have it at a big event like WrestleMania. Put it back on WrestleMania.
Hmm. Hmm. 2 days. Well, like I said, storylines. They gotta get ready for SummerSlam too. Gotta get ready for SummerSlam. Gotta get ready for it.
Tonight. That's also another possibility. You can hold off the Money in Bank ladder match to SummerSlam as well, and keep building on from there for an entire year.
Well, that's up to you, sir. I mean, that's up
That,
to your uncle.
that's what I would do if I was booking creative. That's what I would do if I was booking creative. Scratch the Money in the Bank pay per view. Scratch that out. Take it off. Put something else on there. Put the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania or SummerSlam and build from there. Continually build from there. Not waste the opportunity. Not put established talent on the matches for that particular match. Probably throw in a few NXT superstars in
Mhm.
there every now and then. Mix it up. That's creative. That would be creative.
Sir, I
But
got some news for you though.
unfortunately, I don't work at WWE. I don't get paid to give my opinions to them. I'm
Oh
a
shit, you send them emails every week. I don't hear that shit. You send them emails every damn week. I know you do. I know you do. You send me emails every week. I know you do. Mary, I know I went past my 10, but now he's pissing me off now. He's fucking lying. Okay? I know he sends them emails every week. I know he does it. Uncle Paul, do this, do that, do this. He's lying. I did my best. I can't fucking take it anymore. I cannot fucking take it. He's lying.
Mary, he tried his best. He really did. I think he did a wonderful job today.
Hey, I'm glad this shit's at the fucking end because I held it in as much as I can because I can tell you right now, when Mario does Crown Jewel, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Uh, ladies
Go
and
ahead, sir.
gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have our next pay per view at Crown Jewel. What happens November 2nd. After that, Lou's favorite pay per view, Survivor Series. Thanksgiving weekend, November 30th. And then after that, there's the return of Saturday night's main event, which I'm looking forward to.
Of course you are. I know why you're looking forward to it.
What's that?
Because your fucking Uncle Paul fucking ripping off his daddy again. Come on now, that was his daddy's shit. You want to bring back shit from back in the day? He's a fucking fuck him. That's his Saturday night. Come on, man. Come on. Bring him. He can't even think of himself. He takes everything his daddy does. Takes everything his daddy does. Everything. Saturday night main event. And I mean, he's capitalized off a crown jewel. Oh my God. You know, I can't.
Well, speaking of which,
I can't. Oh,
I kind of miss Mini Mac right now.
we'll get
But
to
we'll
that
save
later.
that for a different episode.
We'll get to that later.
We'll save that for a different episode. I think I already let out a bit of a surprise for what's going to happen next. Lou, great talking to you on this one. I think you did a terrific job and holding everything in. Of course, I'd rather you be yourself. Lady,
Only did it for Mary. Only did it for you one time. One time.
that does it for us here on Wrestle Talk. I'm Mario Castro. This is Stu Jenkins. Peace out.
Fuck off.